Hi, honey. I'm home.
Chris, I thought you were tied up tonight. Do you mind if I hug him?
Oh, please. Please do. He is your husband.
Hey.
Hi. What was that crunch?
Oh, autumn leaves, you know, for the summer bride I took in the spring of her youth.
Oh, and they smell so nice, like the first day of school.
Well, if I knew you back then, I would have carried your books.
Like you'd ever carry anyone's books. Besides, I was a skinny, gangly kid with braces. You wouldn't have even looked at me.
Well, I'm looking at you now, holding the beautiful leaves I gathered for you myself out in the woods.
You sure you didn't snag these from the Halloween display in the lobby?
It's a thought that counts. Besides, your keepers figured you couldn't kill anybody with those, you know.
They burn, don't they?
Come on. Hey, when are you two going to stop with the serial killer jokes?
Oh, come on, lighten up, Rachel.
No, I think they're funny. But I seriously doubt any judge will. And that is what we're working toward here, to get you ready for your competency evaluation so that you can stand trial.
And be vindicated, I know.
And that is what you want, isn't it? To be free so you can get your life back?
More than you even know. So, do we have an audience yet?
No, the guy who's tailing you is sitting over there, drinking a glass of wine and having a steak.
Okay. How are we going to make sure that he can hear us?
Well, we're just gonna have to raise our voices.
Okay. So, what do we do? How do we start?
We don't start until Kevin gets here.
Okay. Kevin gets here. You and I have a fight. Kevin comes over to comfort me. Then what do we do about Damien's guy?
Eve and I have already worked this out. We follow him while he follows you.
Do we have to do this? Is this really something we have to go through with Scott?
Listen, we've gone through the options here. If Bordiso doesn't think that we're broken up, he's not gonna back off. And he won't drop his guard, and we won't have bingo.
Hi. I just got here. Scott and Lucy are in place.
Okay. Can I just pop over for one last hug?
And I'd love it if you could. But you have to wait there for Scott's call. Gotta go. Showtime.
Okay. Here we go. How's your steak?
Chewy? Leathery? How's that shrimp?
I guess I'm just not hungry.
Yeah, well, maybe you'd be hungry if you were sitting here with Bordiso.
What is that supposed to mean?
Well, I'll tell you what that's supposed to mean. You haven't explained to me about the phone call I heard. How you couldn't wait to see Bordiso again?
I told you there was absolutely no phone call.
Oh, so I was hallucinating again.
No, I think what you're doing again is trying to pick a fight.
Did I hallucinate that tape that he dropped off? Where you two were naked, intertwined?
I told you over and over again, I couldn't do anything about that. It wasn't my fault. He just took advantage of my memory loss, that's all.
Yeah, well, I keep having this image in my head. I keep thinking about that there, you know, and it drives me a little bit crazy, Lucy.
How do you think I feel? Davy used me in a horrible way, and now you are sitting there acting like it was somehow my fault.
It looked to me like you were enjoying yourself. Looked like you were having a hell of a lot of fun. In fact, it looked like you were having too much fun.
What? Scott!
Scott? Everything all right?
Oh, mind your business there.
Lucy? You know, I do make house calls.
Well, thanks, Doc, but I don't need a diagnosis right now. Guess I really could just use a friend.
Eve, it's me. Our stage is set.
You know, I really think we ought to get our session started. Chris, do you mind? I'll stop and get you in the lounge on the way out.
Sure, sure. That gives me time to burgle a few more leaves so you can decorate your whole room.
I'd love it. Oh, like mother, like daughter, I guess. Autumn was always her favorite time. Maybe that's why she called today.
You heard from Nicole? I mean, how long's it been?
It would have been longer, I'm sure, but she pays her lawyer to keep an eye on me. He must have told her that I was a blushing bride. Would it upset your mother to find out that you got married? It's who I married that prompted the call. Mom and Chris had a thing for a while.
A very short while. 20 minutes, 30 tops. I mean, then it's done, over. See ya. I mean, it was way before Julie and me.
My father had been unfaithful, so Mom used Chris to get revenge. Well, so your mother's feelings for Chris, they didn't run very deep. Nothing about my mother runs very deep. She's so twisted. You know what she said? That I married Chris to get back at her.
Yeah, that's because everything is about Nicole.
How did it make you feel when your mother said that? You know, for once, could we drop the how do you feel and have a genuine conversation? What do you call a genuine conversation? No, you're
Julie?
doing it again.
Julie, take it easy.
No, you're as bad as my mother. And it's because I get nothing back from you. Whatever I say, you turn it into a question. If I have a question, you turn it back on me. I've spent hours peeling away my defenses, trying to let you into my life, but do you let me in? With you, there is no one home, just like my mother, and I want it to stop. So you'd like me to be as open with you as you are with me? Would it be a problem? You're saying you want me to be a friend, not a therapist. And how does that feel for you? Fine. It feels fine. You ask me anything you like. This started with my mother calling. When was the last time you spoke with yours? Not in a while. A very long while. Why not? I'm sorry, just excuse me for a minute. Was it something I said?
Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine, thank you. I'm sorry if asking about your mother brought up unhappy memories. You don't have to tell me anymore. Yeah, Julie, there are questions that I may not want to answer. But this is one that I really do. My mother, she was a wonderful woman. She was incredible. You know, she used to paint my dreams. How'd she do that? When I was little, I would run into her room and I'd tell her about my dream. And my mom, she would reach to the side table and she'd grab her sketch pad and she'd start drawing just as I described it to her. And then she'd go away for a couple of hours to her art studio, and when she came back, wow, there it was, in brilliant watercolor, my dream. The detail was phenomenal. I think that I didn't even tell her, but she already knew somehow.
You were that close.
Yeah. For the brief amount of time we were allowed to share together.
You mean your mother passed away?
My mother was in a horrible car accident.
Oh, no.
You must have been devastated when they told you.
I was there. And did you... I don't know, were there, I walked away from it. Our car, it stalled on some railroad tracks. And I froze. But my mother, she didn't. She was very calm. And she undid my seat belt. And then she leaned over and she pushed me out of the car. And she told me to run. So I did. I ran. And I got away. But my mother, she didn't have time to save herself. You know, I can still hear the song that she was singing right before. I saw the train push our car about a quarter of a mile down the track. And all that time, I sat there watching us holding this brand new brush. This brand new brush that I just had to have because I lost the old one that I just had to have. So badly that I made my mother stop doing everything that she was doing so that she could take me to the store and get one. You don't really blame yourself, do you? You know, to this day, Julie, not a week goes by that I don't wake up from a dream. And it's the same dream that I just seem to have all the time now. You see, I can still see the look on my mother's face right before she died.
Well, talk about service with a smile. Would you like something, too?
Oh, no, I'll just pick off yours with my little fork.
What?
You know, when I met you, you hated cheesecake. Hated it. And then, you remember that night at Mario's, I saw you having dinner with Eve, and I saw you actually eating cheesecake off of her fork.
You're right. I admit it. She converted me.
Oh, kind of like, I guess I like apple pie now.
All it took was meeting Scott.
Lucy, what's the matter?
Scott is the matter. You know, we just came to have a nice dinner. We had a conversation going, which turned into a fight. I know he wasn't intentionally trying to hurt me, but, Doc, when he left, I could see a pure look of hatred in his eyes.
But not for you. At what was done to you, and the man who did it.
Do you really think so?
Yes. Plus, you're also carrying around some feelings of unresolved guilt.
Unresolved guilt. Now, that is a term I haven't heard a lot lately. I guess I kind of miss having a shrink around the house.
When we were together, was it really that bad having a shrink in the house?
No. But, you know, sometimes I would catch you staring at me, and I'd wonder, oh, dear, I wonder how he's classifying me today.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, you were and always will be unclassifiable. It's been a while, hasn't it?
It's kind of nice, though.
Well, there's Lucy, Kevin, there. You see that idiot over there picking his teeth? That's her tail. Oh, they're having a heck of a time over there, aren't they?
You must be hating this.
Hey, what about you?
I'm not worried. Kevin's hating this more.
Lucy is hating this more.
Right now?
Right now.
Okay.
So, Lucy, what are you going to do?
Well, I certainly don't feel comfortable, given the situation, going back to the firehouse, so I guess I'll just get a room at the hotel and stay here for the night. I don't suppose you'd care to come up just for a nightcap.
Well, ordinarily I'd say no, but given what's happened, I don't think it's a good idea that you're alone.
Well, thank you.
Shall we?
Yeah.
Cal and Collins just left together. To get her a room, they said.
He's probably calling the big kahuna.
Well, that means that our plan is coming off without a hitch.
Hello?
Hey, it's me. I'm sorry to call so late, but I saw that you were a little shaky when I left.
I can't get the story out of my head about Dr. Locke's mother.
You didn't know.
She has been so kind to me, and you and I could have never married without her help. This is how I repay her?
7 messages. Well, let's get this over with.
Livy, it's your mother.
Now, there's a coincidence of all days for her to call me. So, the bitch finally found me.
Lucy, you're certain that the man heard you?
Who?
What do you mean, who? Your tail, that's who.
My tail? Oh, my tail, yes. Well, Scott and I didn't really exactly yell, but I'm sure he was right behind us. He heard us.
Great. All right, then DV has to know by now that you and Scott had this massive fight, and that I showed up.
Right, and you, being the gentleman you always have been, escorted me to my hotel room.
Where things have heated up considerably.
Right, and they know that because we ordered champagne from room service.
So for all they know, we're up here toasting your breakup.
Right, and we're out on the balcony maybe dancing romantically in the moonlight, and things are really heating up, and we're going places, and... but that's not happening, so we have to stay here and do nothing but... Are we going to have to stay here all night?
Well, of course we are, if we're going to make it look like we made love.
TV is, not working. I saw a sign that said the cable's being upgraded.
Great, should have brought something to read.
Oh, you know what? I saw a Cosmo. Somebody left a Cosmo here. We ordered champagne. By goodness, we're going to drink the champagne.
Yeah, hey, I've seen you open champagne. Let me do that.
Get your menu up.
Why?
Bordizo just came in.
So, Lucy checked in with Dr. Collins, huh?
Room 532. They ordered champagne.
Well, perhaps we should bring them up a plate of oysters.
I didn't know that DB was in town.
No, neither did I.
Hello?
Bordizo's on his way up.
What? DV is here? Now? Scott, you got to stall him.
I'll do what I can.
Well, hurry!
All right, we gotta lose these disguises. We gotta run into Bordizo and sort of, stall him a little bit. Otherwise, he's gonna get up there and,
Wait a minute,
think Kevin and Lucy doing nothing.
What are we going to tell DV? The two of us were just hanging out here?
Well, we'll just improvise something. Come on, get rid of this stuff.
Oh, ma'am. I seem to have locked myself out of my room. Could I trouble you to let me in, please?
As soon as I see the proper ID.
Is this proper enough?
5 of them would be.
Thank you so much.
Enjoy your stay.
Why,
DV.
Have a look inside. See what your better halves are up to.